It was almost when I picked her up. My shift as a rideshare driver was supposed to end an hour ago, but the surge prices lured me into taking one last ride. The app showed her location, a gas station on the outskirts of town. She was standing beneath a flickering streetlight, her face obscured by a hoodie. As she slid into the back seat, I caught a whiff of something faintly metallic, like rust or blood. "Where to?" I asked, forcing a polite tone. She didn't answer at first. Instead, she handed me a folded piece of paper. I hesitated before opening it. The handwriting was jagged and uneven. "Take me home." "No address?" I asked, glancing at her in the rearview mirror. She was staring out the window, her face still hidden. "Just drive," she said softly. The uneasy feeling settled in my stomach, but I started the car anyway. The app's GPS was no help. It showed nothing but empty fields in the direction she had indicated. The farther we drove, the darker it got. The moon disappeared behind a thick layer of clouds, and the road became a narrow, twisting path flanked by dense woods. My headlights barely cut through the blackness. "Are we close?" I asked, trying to keep the nervousness out of my voice. "Almost," she whispered. The road ended abruptly at a clearing, where a crumbling house stood, shrouded in shadows. The windows were broken, and the front door hung off its hinges. "This is it," she said. "I didn't want to let her out here." "Are you sure?" She didn't answer. Instead, she opened the door and stepped out. As she walked toward the house, I noticed something odd. She didn't cast a shadow. I blinked, thinking it was a trick of the headlights, but no. She moved, and there was nothing on the ground to match her. I was about to call out to her when she turned back to me. Her hood slipped down and my breath caught in my throat. Her face was pale and gaunt, her eyes hollow and sunken. But what froze me was her smile, wide and unnatural, splitting her face in two. "Thank you for bringing me home," she said, her voice echoing unnaturally in the still night. I slammed the car into reverse, tires screeching as I backed away. When I looked up again, she was gone. I sped back to town, heart pounding, promising myself I'd never pick up another passenger at night. But as I pulled into my driveway, I froze. There, sitting on my porch, was a folded piece of paper. In the same jagged handwriting, it read, "You're home now, too." Behind me, the car door opened.